Wants them though. I think Zunba was looking for a Graviton Surge, finds it now, and where's the follow-up? Jaehong firing into that crowd as well too. And you know what? Who even needs DPS players? Your tanks and supports can get all the kills. Yeah, that's fine.
Wow,
I like that.
Right there, they set themselves up for an extremely good Graviton Surge. Australia caught while they were trying to rotate up into the high ground, all clumped up. So multi-man Surge makes it easy. Eska going to have that Blizzard.
I mean, you got to
next push here, which is going to be one of the last of the game.
You kind of wonder what they were wanting to do. It looked like they maybe just wanted to go down the middle, but they did kind of get funneled this way. They're taking the high ground now, but they get cut off by the ice wall. Turmo still has that Graviton Surge. Meanwhile, Blizzard does go down from Eska. South Korea trying to find a way to take out the rest of the team, and it looks like they find it. Yeah, everybody just grouped up. Zunba with that high charge, doing tons of damage on the Zarya. Not much to say. I mean, South Korea just manhandling Australia right now.
Well, Doa, at this point in the game, as we head down into our last 15 seconds,
yeah,
Australia has gotten one elimination on this map so far compared to 83.
Congratulations to
South Korea.
Turbo for that one elimination. Jaehong, there's a kill on Nikura. Boosting up Miro, that's the person I would want to give the nano boost to. As he goes in, gets a couple, Aron with the cleanup, there's the Primal Rage. Blizzard on the point as Australia tries to take it, but we're into overtime already. And as the kills come in, another Graviton Surge for Zumba at the end. A couple more kills for Australia right at the end of that map, but in the end, it will be 6-100 right now. South Korea versus Australia. Doesn't get much more one-sided than that, does it?
I mean, Australia was somewhat close to taking point A on that last push. They did pick up 5 out of their 6 eliminations, but that is a shocking statistic, frankly. Also, 21.6k damage done from Korea compared to 12,000 done from the side of Australia.
I mean, look at Zumba there. Is at 19-0 so far on that Zarya. Eska's 20-0 on the Mei. Miro 21-0 on the Winston. I don't know. I don't know what you can do if you're Australia. I mean,
it's rough, Doa. It
is rough. We knew this one was going to be a little bit on the perhaps less than even side, but
well, it's rough for Australia too because this is just such a horrendous group.
It is the hardest team
difficult.
Maybe to come up against here at this tournament. Well, certainly looking like it so far.
Yeah, then you also have to deal with Finland and Chinese Taipei in this group too, so
yeah, it's a tough group.
It's about as tough of a group as you could ask for.
Yeah, Finland versus Korea later, man, that's going to be a great match. But we'll see if Australia can get anything going on the defense here. And the only hope they have of continuing this map would be to full hold Korea, which at this point looks like it might be pretty difficult. There we go. So South Korea on the offense now. Eska swapping over to that Tracer, which is a pretty common choice for him. We see him on the Tracer, we see him on the McCree a lot of the times too. Aron sticking with the Genji, no shock there.
So Australia, they're gonna go more for the tank composition, which is how they ended that map more or less, although we did see the switch over onto the Tracer for Australia for Hey Katie. Gonna go back onto the Roadhog now.
I like the Roadhog. I mean, if you can just get those single picks, if you can just take somebody out of the fight before it even begins, it gives you a chance.
It's also very difficult if Eska stays on the Tracer to really do anything to Australia. You're not gonna burst down one of those targets with the Tracer. You're going to be annoying, but the amount of healing that you've got on the Australian composition should mean that you are able to survive and try and land one of those hooks.
Yeah, refs can block a lot of those left clicks from Genji coming in, so we'll be charging that as fast. Jaehong already looking for some kills on the Ana, has to avoid the Winston as he fights on the defensive, but they're just going to walk right in. Aron with a kill already. Miro getting aggressive on the Winston too, and Jaehong taking the high ground on the side, more or less untouched. Miro jumping onto the point at half health, but he's getting support, and with Zumba and Aron getting those kills already, things are looking pretty good for South Korea. 7:05 left on the clock. That was
55 seconds on the take, Doa.
Australia got 1 kill in that round, so the final total there is 119-7. And I think we've kind of set the pace for this best of 3, haven't we?
I think we have, Doa.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a bit rough going here forward. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a closer match here in map number 2.
Yeah, so while we wait for the next map to get loaded up, let's learn a little bit more about South Korea.
South Korea coming into the Overwatch World Cup is not a team to take lightly, given the team chemistry and the versatility of the team.
오버워치를 하면서 아마 사상 최고일 것 같아요.
또 저희끼리 너무 잘 맞아가지고
그래서 집에 갈 때도 네, 이런저런 얘기를 하면서 가면서 팀워크를 다지고 있습니다.
What makes South Korea exciting to watch is that in almost every role, you have a player that's a top 3 player in the world.
한 명 한 명이